channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and spending part of your day with me. It truly means the world. You clicked on the video, you know what it's about, alright? It is August 18th when I am filming this, and I have read one book this month. I know that is insane considering I read 13 books last month, and I think that's why I'm a little bit slumpy. We are going to try to tackle my August TBR because I haven't read a single book from my TBR. If you haven't watched my TBR jar picks, my August reads, go ahead, watch it. It's a short video, it's super fun. I always love those, but if you don't care for that and you don't want to explore the rest of YouTube on my channel, these are 5 of my 6 book TBR. Hello? Can you tell I haven't really talked to anyone today because I don't know how to communicate. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap. The first book is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I am so excited for this. I fear I'm going to love this. I fear it is. And I also think we have about a couple more weeks that I can squeeze in summary books before it just doesn't feel right anymore. So we have this one, very good start. We also have Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. I've heard pretty good things about this. I'm pretty sure it's historical fiction. And again, it's giving me summer energy. So there's this one. And then switching gears, we have, I'm pretty sure, a mafia darkish romance. This is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Shout out Bestie Megs. This is book 1 of the series, and it's also on Kindle Unlimited, and it just looks like it's gonna be a fun time. Okay, switch things up a little bit. Again, Bestie Megs, thank you. We have a thriller this month. This is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I love Geneva Rose as like a person. I love her Instagram page. I think she's hilarious, so I'm really excited to get into another one of her thrillers. I did read The Perfect Marriage, I'm pretty sure, and honestly, it was a good time. Like, if I had been scheming and plotting, I probably could have figured out that plot twist, but you know, I'm excited for this new book and opportunity. And I also have the audiobook on Libby, so this is a really good contender. And then last but not least, we have, well, this technically isn't last either. This is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. She is a brick of a book. This is the last installment of the trilogy. And girl, I just need to read it. I just need to read it and get it off of my TBR cart and onto these shelves. So there's this. Again, I also have the audiobook on Audible. And we need to see what Hayden and Kai are up to, okay? We need to see how this all wraps up. And then the last one I picked from my August TBR was Dinner for Vampires. I don't remember the woman's name off the top of my head, but there's also that. So we have really good selection. Honestly, I think I'm in the mood for a thriller because if I read the audiobook's only like 8-ish hours, which means I could knock out this and potentially get back into the mood and desire of reading. Therefore, we could potentially get through the rest of these. So I'm excited. If you are excited to read any of these books with me, come on, let's get a drink, let's get a snack, let's hang out because let's see if we can read my August TBR. Into books like pretty much as blind as possible, so I did just like read the back of this book because I need to know if I'm gonna be a little freaked out tonight, if you know what I mean. I am such a baby when it comes to like thrillers, mysteries, whatever, which is why I tend to stick to like YA stuff. But it sounds like it's going to be dual point of view between Grace or Gracie, the female main character, and Calvin, the owner of this like lodge, Airbnb, cabin kind of thing. And it sounds like this is gonna be like have a pretty heavy subplot of romance, which I'm very eager to see. And then obviously both people are gonna have secrets, pasts, and maybe underlying intentions regarding this Airbnb stay. So I'm pretty eager and excited for it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you my first impressions. As it sounds like it could not feel too creepy because of the romance, but then also be creepy because it's an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere. So there's that. Okay, so I'm on page 23, chapter 4, and I'm immediately loving the writing. Like, I am finding certain things like super relatable, like the female main character Grace. She's a reader and she packed like 5 books for a week vacation, and she like laid them out in the order that she wants to read, and I'm like, I love a reader girl. I love a reader girl. So yeah, there's just certain like little quotes that I'm just like finding myself like taking pictures of. I think they're relatable. I might get some tabs and like tab something. I don't necessarily like to annotate thrillers because they're kind of a book genre that I would most likely unhaul or donate or whatever. So I am finding myself like taking lots of pictures. So I probably should find some tabs to annotate. But yeah, so far so good. It's reading super fast, and we've kind of alluded to certain things, and it's just like has that classic mystery. It's been a while since I've read one, so I'm really enjoying it. Okay, forgive my appearance. I'm in bed. Wasn't expecting to make an update, but here we are. You shouldn't have come here. I just have to say I'm on page 40, and this man is already like insta-love. Which, granted, on the back it does say that, like, he becomes obsessed with her, but, like, 40 pages. 40 pages. She just learned your last name. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm curious to see where the rest of it's gonna go. But, yeah, I just had to pop in here. Very much insta-love from the male main character's point of view. Hi bestie, hello, hello. Forgive my appearance, okay? I was just doing some household chores while listening to You Shouldn't Have Come Here. I wanted to give a check-in because I'm over 100 pages now, and I won't give spoilers. There was a part of the back of the book that I read that I totally forgot, which has just come to light. And there's just, it's so eerie. It is so eerie. And I'm like, girl, you're putting a lot of trust into this man who runs the Airbnb. And there's just a lot of like warning signs, you know, like there's a lot of warning signs where I'm like, girl, you're oblivious. You're oblivious. Yeah, no, it's just making me think like, what is stuff that I would pick up on in real life and get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I have been tabbing it. I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah, I'm just like, it's insta-love. Okay, it's, I mean, the back of the book says he becomes obsessed with her. Very, very true. A whole bunch of like things that I'm picking up on, and I don't normally like to theorize. I just read for vibes, you know, but it's like this one specifically, I'm like, be for real, Grace. Be freaking for real, Grace. That's my update. I just wanted to pop in here. I'm on day 5 now, and I think she's there for 10 days. I'm sure there's a lot that's gonna happen, but I'm here for it. And I think it says like I'm gonna finish this book in like I think it says I have like 2.5-ish hours left in the book, so definitely plan on finishing it today. But my God, Grace, are you... Get out of there. That's all I can say. Get out of there. My intuition would never. Okay, bestie, I just finished maybe an hour-ish ago You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I ended up tabbing a decent amount. Can you even see that? Can you even see all my tabs? I think I'm landing on a 3.5 star. I would recommend it. It was not my favorite book ever. I feel like thrillers typically are never gonna be my favorite read. I just found like the dynamic between the two main characters. I'm just like, what? Like, girl, run. Or like, dude, what? That's not normal. So maybe that was the intent that Geneva Rose had, but yeah, I read it. It was enjoyable. I loved the short chapters, the dual point of view, and the audiobook had dual narration, so that's just a plus. And I love that it was broken up day by day. And then I would like to say I kind of had a feeling on the ending, or like how that was gonna go. I mean, I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen, but I kind of guessed in some capacity, so I feel like it's kind of predictable, or maybe it's not and I just got lucky or what. But I did find myself actually trying to kind of see where the story was going. I don't normally do that with thrillers. I like to just read it for the story it is and just have a better time reading it. I'm not like one of those people that like to really guess or predict, but I found myself doing that with this one. So yeah, I think a thriller was a good palate refresher, so I'm glad to have read it and get off my physical TBR. Thank you, Bestie Megs, for sending it over. Again, I ended up like tabbing a lot of it. Can you even see? I feel like sometimes you can't really see tabs. Anyways, I digress. I finished it 3.5. I painted my nails and I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. Like, it's just a very jarring difference between the last nail polish color I had. But if you're wondering what it is, 9 out of 10 times any nail polish that I wear is from Lights Lacquer. It's a small women-owned, Latina-owned business in Florida, and this one is Reach for the Sky. It's from their like fall collection, but their fall collection was like Western. Look how freaking cute this packaging is. So anyways, that's the nail color. It's probably probably going to end up chipping because there's no base coat, there's no top coat, but I have so many nail polishes. I'm like, if it's okay if it chips, because I can just paint my nails again. Yeah, that's on my nails, and I'm just kind of like having a, I don't know if I like it or not. These are the remaining books plus the audiobook. I really wanted to pick up The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, just because I think a little fun romance could be, oh, it's dual point of view, that's awesome. Just because a little fun romance to do like a little palette cleanser, but I just looked at my Libby and I literally have like, this is due in a couple hours, so I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can with this. Oh my god, look at the font, it is very large. That is so nice actually. So I'm gonna try to see how far I can get into this, hopefully at least half of it before the audiobook is expired. but we'll see. So I guess my Libby is forcing me to pick this up, and I guess that's a good thing because this was probably lower on my list of my TBR, so there's that. All I know is it's about a teenage girl in the 70s, and she babysits, I think, for a family over the summer, and they're just vastly different, and it kind of opens her eyes as to how different her life can be and the different parenting styles, etc., etc. Guess let's just start it, right? Different location, unlocked, different location. I wanted to give you an update on Mary Jane. I am on page 99. So, looks like this. I can't say that I'm fully bored, but also at the same time, like, I definitely was not in the mood, I guess, to pick this up. So, it's somewhat entertaining to see the, I want to say dichotomy. I don't know if that's the right word. And I don't know why I'm trying to use big words right now. But I feel as though the writing is very good. It's very easy to read. There are some comments that Mary Jane's parents have asked or said, and I'm just like, that would never go well in 2025. So, and I guess that's the point, because this is in 1975, I think. There is a actress and a rock star that kind of entered the house that Mary Jane is, I guess, nannying or babysitting for the summer. So they're adding like a whole nother level of exposure, let's say that, to this young Mary Jane teenager. So far, it's not bad, it's not great, I'm not obsessed, but I'm also not completely bored, if that makes sense. I just wanted to give you a check-in because I'm literally 100 pages in, and I am probably going to try to read as much as possible before having to start to cook dinner. I'd like to read at least another 50 pages. We'll see if I can do that. Just wanted to check in about this book before I lose the audiobook. Okay, I'm literally wasting your time. So I'll talk to you when I have more to say. Hi, bestie. I am back with a Mary Jane update. I am on page 222 actually. Angel number, if you needed to see that, there's your sign, okay babe, right there. Honestly, how do I put this lightly? Honestly, I'm not really enjoying this. I have thought about DNFing. Sue me, I know. Never thought those words would be coming out of my mouth, you know? I think the audiobook says I probably have like an hour and a half left, so I'm just gonna finish it. Man, I don't care. Okay, these are gonna be very out of context feelings, okay? So if you've read it, you might understand. If you wanna go completely blind and you don't wanna know like a word about this book, just skip ahead a little bit. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But I don't care about the witches. I don't care about the ratios. I don't care about the sex addict. And I don't care about the adults in this book, okay? And that's my opinion, okay? Literally, I feel like this book isn't even a 3-star for me, because 3 stars, like, I enjoyed it, I would recommend it. I'm thinking this is like a 2-star. Like maybe a 2.5. It is just so character-based. I mean, you are literally a fly on the wall with conversations that's happening, things that Mary Jane is seeing, her inner monologue, and like maybe that's the point, but you know? So that's just great. I'm so happy. I am still tabbing. Like there are some pretty good like quotes in here, but it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. I'm bored. That's all I can say is I'm bored and I'm annoyed. Hopefully this like picks up somewhere. Like I already know that there's gonna be a pretty, I'm hoping, at least I would expect, this is my prediction, that Mary Jane is gonna have a pretty intense talk with her parents and maybe set some boundaries, maybe outlash. I'm not sure, but that's kind of why I keep reading, is because I want to see that conversation. But at this point, I'm like, is that even gonna happen? I'm not sure, but I'll keep you updated. Those are my feelings so far, so. Hi, bestie. Jump scare, I know. I don't know if I'm going to keep this clip in, but I just finished Mary Jane by Jessica Anya Blau. I think I'm going to stick with my rating of a 3-star. The ending really saved it for me. I think it was very sweet, and I was right about like a conversation needing to be had between Mary Jane and her parents. So the ending was redeemed, not by much, but I definitely liked the ending more than I anticipated. Also, I don't know. So the back of the book does bring up the 2 other main characters in the story, Sheba, which is a famous actress, and a rock star, Jimmy. And well, let's just say that this book had a song in it, and like normally I read it, I don't really have like a melody in my head, but the audiobook had the song at the end of the book, which I thought was just chef's kiss. I'm like, oh my god, the fact that you guys included that, bonus points. I think that's why I'm giving it like a flat 3. But yeah, I'm gonna look up that song on Spotify, see if it's there, because I just want to hear it again when my audiobook expires on Libby. Yeah, I needed to say that because I am shook, and I love when the author gets like songs that they write about but like turned into like actual music. Very much giving Daisy Jones and the Six vibes. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think it's bittersweet. I ended up tabbing a decent amount at the end of the book. There was some good quotes in there. But yeah, I mean, you would think I enjoyed it more than I did. Maybe I enjoyed Miss Blau's writing more than this story. I don't know if she's wrote anything since. I think this was like 2021. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I got it off my physical TBR. Thank God. And I could see myself recommending this. It's a great summer read, which I know we're heading to the fall, so boo. But like, also put this on your radar for next summer if you haven't picked it up yet. That's my update. Finished it. Whoop whoop. It is like definitely past midnight, but or 1 a.m. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bestie. Oh my god, I feel like I actually have not talked at all today, and it's like fucking almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to give you an update. Apologies if you can hear the laundry, okay? It is that kind of day. Also, I just ran a 5K. Pat myself on the back for that one. It was hard, but I can do hard things. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you about the book that I started since I finished Mary Jane. I, in fact, hold on. I actually started Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark last night. I was just kind of in the mood for like a romance, and I actually got to page 71 last night. I figured I should give you some thoughts because I'm 71 pages in. I just got to like the main point of the book, and if you didn't know, it's a marriage of convenience. Like one of my favorite tropes ever. I'm very interested to see where it goes. They truly are enemies. They're like rival families. It's set in Chicago, and I don't know why I kind of thought this was like a fantasy. Literally nothing about this gives fantasy. Maybe like, I don't know, The Vine, Brutal Prince. I don't know. I thought it was a fantasy, but it's definitely not. It's just, I think, like a mafia-ish marriage of convenience romance. If you haven't read it, I'm sorry if you have. I'm just gonna explain a little bit as much as I can. Okay, so we have two main characters, Callum Griffin, and then we have Ada Gallo. Very much feuding rival families. The Griffins, which is the male main character's family, their family is more known for property and real estate, where Ada Gallo's family is more about construction. Now they have like this multi-generational feud between them. They've always kind of been full of tension because they're two dominating families in the same city, I guess. So Ada basically is a troublemaker, and she gets into some shit, starts some shit with the Griffins, and the Griffins and the Gallos come to an agreement that Callum and Ada need to be married, because that will basically sever any potential tensions, or basically just a way that they are now going to be neutral and they can't really do anything about it. And that's pretty much all I got to yesterday. I want to keep reading. I'm very much invested. I feel like this is when it's going to really pick up. Now, I don't know Ada's age, but Callum is 30, and I feel like it's a potential age gap because in the very beginning she says, I'm an adult, a newly adult, and I'm like, okay, well, are you 18? Are you 20? Because I'm pretty sure Ada's like the youngest of the Gallos, and I'm like, I just read Problematic Summer Romance, and I'm kind of like over the age gap. So I'm just gonna like pretend that it's not really a thing potentially, and hopefully they don't like shove it down my throat that there's an age gap. Unless there's not, and I'm not like crazy, I don't know. It hasn't really been brought up. I'm just like, we never really got Ada's age, but we definitely got Callum's. Those are my initial thoughts for Brutal Prince. I'm so excited. I'm glad it's on Kindle Unlimited. I do have the physical copy. Shout out Bestie Megs. But I'm just in a Kindle mood. Whenever and wherever I can, I am going to pick up my Kindle instead. I'm very excited to continue reading. We'll go from there. I think it's kind of funny that I have like this cute, like summery, flowery thing, and it's like literally a mafia romance. It's just how it is. Hi bestie, I wanted to give you an update. I am 41% through Brutal Prince. I read up to page 145 last night because I wasn't really tired, but I wanted to give comment. I think it was like around in the 30% mark. I don't exactly remember where. Tell me why Callum is low-key giving me the ick. 37%. 37% was when I think they had like their first spice scene, and I don't know, like I was just like, it is way too early on for this stuff to be happening, don't you think? Am I crazy? I just felt like that was way too soon in a book to have any kind of spice. Like, I thought you guys were enemies to lovers, and like technically you still are enemies, but I'm like, now it's just gonna get messy, it's gonna get complicated. I don't know, I was not really expecting a spice scene that early on, but I guess whatever. So yeah, that was surprising. And then also with the things he was saying, or the things that he was thinking in his head, such a turn off. I'm like, oh no. So obviously reading is subjective, but whatever Callum Griffin is saying and doing, I'm like, bye. I can't even. So anyways, that was my update. I just wanted to tell you before I keep reading that it was unexpected and kind of cringe. Give an update because I think I'm like nearing the 40-ish% mark in Dinner for Vampires by Bethany Joy Lenz, and I just got to the part, sorry, I know I'm extremely backlit, I'm on my phone, not the best clip, apologies, but I was painting my nails this really pretty blue color. It's Lights Lacquer from their like Friends collection. It's in the shade I Got Off the Plane. It's just like this really pretty blue, like deep navy blue color. I don't know, I thought it was perfect for the start of fall. But I wanted to give an update because I clearly have been listening to this audiobook for a decent amount of time and I have given zero update. So I just wanted to talk about it. First and foremost, it starts off pretty heavy, I would definitely say, but it definitely sets the stage for the turning event where she finally takes her life into her own hands and for her daughter's sake. So it immediately gripped me, but it was heavy. So definitely maybe check trigger warnings. It does deal with a cult and all that kind of stuff, themes that are typically present in a cult. Honestly, I thought like the very beginning, like the first 10% was interesting, and then like the 20 to 35% mark, it's just fluff, and you can definitely tell that there are red flags. Now, I don't know if she intentionally placed them. There was a disclaimer in the beginning of the audiobook where she had written diaries, journal entries, and had a diary throughout this period of time, so she tried to be as accurate as possible. She also talked to lots of people to make sure that she was telling the story accurately, but also from her perspective, so I appreciate that. So anyways, back to my point was I thought there was a very small percentage where I was just kind of bored. I was like, okay, I don't need to know the day-to-day or the exact conversations you had in the cult. However, that's probably just me and the fact that I do know that there's an audience of people who find cults absolutely fascinating and would probably have enjoyed that. I, on the other hand, just like was looking forward to her One Tree Hill experience, and that's the part I'm at right now. So I just yapped for 3 minutes just to tell you that I thought it started off with a bang. The very, very beginning was interesting. I liked hearing about her upbringing and her parents, and then the introduction to the cult, which you can clearly see them separating and manipulating her to distance herself from her loved ones. And then after that, I kind of was just like, meh. Not that I absolutely don't care. I'm still interested, but it wasn't, I just thought it was a little slower pace. But now we're getting into the part where I think it's going to be my favorite, and this is like the One Tree Hill saga part of this book. And that part I'm really excited for because I absolutely love One Tree Hill. It's like one of the only shows that I have actually like started and finished. There's not many nostalgic, iconic shows that I have actually started and finished. All that to say, I'm really, really hoping that this memoir / biography does not make me hate the show. And that's the part I'm scared of. I'm scared. I'm so sorry if potentially that was annoying you. That's the part I'm scared of. I don't want this biography to affect the love and nostalgia that I have for this show. I am scared for that. But that's my update, and it's currently like drizzling, rainy out. I know it doesn't look that. It looks really bright, but it is gloomy and rainy. So it is like the perfect day for cozying up and reading a good book. So that's my update. Hey, hi bestie. I'm giving another update in the same location, just hours and hours later. I wanted to give an update because I just looked at my audiobook and it says I'm gonna finish it in 50 minutes. So I figured I should give an update. I'm just finding it super interesting hearing her thoughts and what she was going through while on the show. It is making me want to do a rewatch. Like honestly, I just went down a whole rabbit hole of the cast. Tell me why I did not know, or maybe I did and I forgot. So like new knowledge again. But I did not know Chad Michael Murray and Sophia Bush were married while filming One Tree Hill, and then they got a divorce. Like their marriage only lasted 5 months. I'm like, oh my God, Kim Kardashian's something day, like single double digits of marriage or whatever. But I'm shook because I'm like, oh my God, imagine like being in love and dating and then being engaged and then being married, and then your marriage is just like falling apart, but you have to keep like a happy face on set, and then you're going through a literal divorce with the man, but then you have to pretend that like, again, this has nothing to do with Bethany Joy Lenz, but I'm just like shook. I'm shook. And I love hearing her like opinion of James, I think is his name, the Nathan Scott guy from One Tree Hill. Yeah, I'm just like, this is so... I just got to the part where they finished filming the entire series, and they're, I think, having like a goodbye dinner or kind of celebration dinner or something like that. But I'm just like, this is so tea. This is so tea. Seeing how, and it's actually like really sad how miserable and unhappy she was, but like also being neglected and isolated on set, and like just, it's super sad. I can't even imagine. But yeah, so fascinating. I'm finding it very, very interesting. And obviously it's just a bonus that Bethany Joy Lenz is narrating the audiobook. Just feels like a bestie yapping on FaceTime. Yeah, I listened to a lot of it when I was doing my nails, and then I just listened to a good chunk of it, literally like an hour and a half while I cooked and ate dinner. So anyways, figured I should give you an update because I have a feeling this is gonna be my last one before I finish it. Okay, bye.
Like really needs her mom right now. This wedding is happening, and if you aren't there for her, you will regret it for the rest of your life.
Okay, I know this isn't part of the reading vlog, but actually, what the fuck? Belly. Okay, season 3, episode 7. No spoilers. Okay, clearly. That beach scene. Fucking dagger to the fucking heart, man. Belly fucking ruthless. Now they're playing LOML. You're the loss of my life. Are you actually... Dude, this season is brutal. Hi, bestie. Hi, bestie. I feel like I should give an update because I plan to finish Miss Brutal Prince right here. I'm on page 265, and I think it says like I have an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, an hour and 35 minutes left in the book. So that's very manageable today for this fine Sunday afternoon. I'm sitting here looking at this view. Gorgina. There's my dog. Look at how cute. So, yep, that's my update. I will come back with some final thoughts, but it's very mediocre at best. Like, I'm not obsessed with it, but I'm also like not at the point that I need to DNF. Do you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, talk to you afterwards. Hi bestie. You look so lopsided. Hold on, let me fix you pretty. There we go. Still a little lopsided. Okay, so I wanted to give like a little haul, shall I say. Current read is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm on page 182. Loving it, loving it, loving it. This might be my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book thus far. Then yesterday I got my book of the month book and I chose Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but I got it simply because of the really pretty sprayed edges. I just thought it was like so freaking stunning. The flowers all around, and the cover just looks really good. It says, "Some fates are worse than death." And then on the back it says, 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is the only beginning. I think it's academia, and there might be some trials and whatnot, but it sounded really good, very interesting, and I'm excited to read it. This is probably really high up on my TBR. I feel like because I've been reading a lot of romances, simply because of the summer months, I'm like really itching to get into a fantasy world. I don't know if this is a series, but I don't know. I wanted to show you how pretty it was, and I'm really excited to have it. And I'm really, like, I know not everyone loves the sprayed edition phenomenon that's going on right now, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying it, and I do have the Silver Elite sprayed edition as well by Book of the Month. The next thing I got was my Wild. Now, last time I was at Target, I needed a deodorant, and I just happened to come across this Wild deodorant, and the scent was honey and cashmere or something like that, and I love the smell. Plus, it's really cute, and I really like the packaging, but they only had 1 scent in store. And also, I've been seeing a lot of influencers and booktubers basically sponsored by Wild, and so I just decided to try it out and use like a discount code. So mine came, and I'm really excited, and the reason why I'm excited is because we switched apartments in the same complex, and our mail key wasn't working for our mailbox, so I ordered stuff, but I wasn't able to access it, and so I've just been like waiting 3 extra days for my packages, which is kind of why I'm like super excited and I wanted to share it with you. But yeah, I got the Wild, and it's such a cute small box. I don't know why I was expecting something bigger, but you open it up and it's just so cute, and I wanted to show you the stuff I got because why not? Okay, I kind of went crazy, but also I just wanted to smell all the other smells. I think I got like a bundle or something, and I picked this really pretty refillable thing. Yeah, I don't know, I thought like having these two things would be super cute, and I think it's aluminum, I'm not sure, but it's pretty lightweight considering. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I thought the birds and like the flowers and stuff was really, really pretty. And then I just like went crazy on the smells because I eventually was going to run out of this one, and low-key I feel like I'm going through it really fast, but it also might be just because one, it's new, two, the smell is good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. All I know is that I still have plenty of deodorant left in this one, but I just know I'm gonna want to smell something else. I got this one, Fresh Cotton and Sea Salt. This one smells really good. Also, I could see men smelling like this and smell really good. So now I'm considering if I should get Mr. Man's a refillable, and then he can use a couple of the ones that I got, just because I like to share. Okay, the next one I got is Thunderstorm, and this is what it looks like, and it smells so freaking good. Yeah, it's a little bit more musky, more manly, so I might need to go get him one because there's no way he's gonna walk around with birds and trees and flowers. And then this one I got is Ocean Mist. Again, just really clean. Yeah, no, I really like this one. I really do. So these are like the three. I'd say I would probably wear the Fresh Cotton and Sea Salt the most out of these two, but maybe he can have these just because spoil him too, you know? And then I got Strawberry and Cream. This one I was really excited about because I just like in a strawberry kick right now. Very fruity, very summer vibes, so I'm glad I got that one. And then I love anything citrus. I like desserts that are citrus, candles, perfume. Literally, I love citrus stuff. So I got this one. It's pink grapefruit and lime, and I had really high expectations with this one, and yeah, it's citrusy but not like straight up citrus. So yeah, this is my little haul from Wild. Literally not sponsored at all. I used a discount code from someone else, but yeah, I need to update my subscription because I don't think I'm gonna need 6 deodorants every single, or 5 deodorants every time, and this refillable. So why the fuck did I do that? So yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was a really cute little package and I wanted to share it with you because I'm really on a kick with smelling good. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it. So this is my Kindle case. I got it from Etsy. It's not magnetic, which boo. So I literally bought magnetic tape and just stuck it, so when I open it, it kind of works. Hold on. It kind of works. It kind of works. It's not my favorite. And then unfortunately, my Kindle was a victim to my 17-week puppy. Now this happened maybe like 2 weeks ago. She got a hold of my Kindle. She got a hold of my Kindle. She was chewing on it. Yeah, she fell a victim to it. So, any book girlies or bookish people, you understand the heartbreak of having these little teeth marks on it. Now granted, it still works, you know, it's just not aesthetic, but it's just not the same. It's not the same because this is my baby. It is on me all the time. This is my Color Soft. Literally, I'm obsessed with her. I don't know what kind of drugs Amazon put in the Color Soft, but I'm just literally obsessed with it, which is perfect timing because I bought some Kindle cases from Elise Brand Design. Now I was stuck between going to Page Shop. I was also stuck between Lashes Next Door, the twins, because they have such cute Kindle prints. Now my concern is that even though I have a really cute case, I always not leave it open, but I clearly did because she chewed the fuck out of it. So I want something that's more protective because although I do love these types of cases, they're just not protective when you have a puppy. So yeah, there's that. So I got these specifically to help kind of visually get my eyes off of the dog marks, because it's a perfectly functioning Kindle, and I don't want to fall into consumerism where it's like, oh, I need to buy a new one, because trust me, I very much am still leaning towards that option. But I just got this Christmas last year, so it hasn't even been a full year, and I just, my deep down, I know that it's literally not that deep and it still functions. It's perfectly fine. So I got Kindle cases to kind of minimize the appearance that she's been through the ringer, okay? Oh my God, they're so pretty. So I got these two for my color soft. I got this black and white one. I thought this one was super minimalistic but cute, just like more everyday. But I thought this one for spring and summer would be really, really pretty. So yeah, I decided to get Kindle cases. And the reason why I decided to do that is because it has this bump border kind of thing to help potentially, so I don't have to see the teeth marks, okay? If you know, you know, okay? Please validate my thinking, all right? This is a pretty strong magnet. That's so good. And my concern was I wanted to make sure that there was a magnet in these cases. I went on TikTok, went down a rabbit hole. So yeah, I decided to order. What? Poof, it's a little tight, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. I was nervous there for a second. I think this works. And this case has a stand, which is really cool, because then I can just like prop it up and read. How cute. And it also has a thing, which is great for reading. So honestly, I'm not mad at it. It's a little snug, but I think it's fine. Probably with wear and tear it will get a little bit more worn. But yeah, look how freaking pretty. You can't really see the teeth marks, which is exactly what I was looking for. And now I can like be a little bit more nonchalant with it around my puppy, because who knew you needed to child-proof your Kindle? I didn't. So yeah, I think I'm obviously I put this one first because it's just a little bit more colorful. It fits the summer vibes. But then I figured for like fall and winter time, like this one would be really cute as well. So I'm actually really excited. This inside is black, if you wanted to know. And I thought it was pretty affordable compared to other Kindles that I was looking at. And obviously now it's like a lot heavier, but it's more protected, and that's what matters. And so yeah, I'm so excited. So that was my haul, and it is exactly what I was hoping for, where I don't have to see the bite marks and the trauma that she went through, but she's still cutesy. She's still cutesy, she's still fun. Yeah, this is your sign. If you've been wanting a new Kindle case, go for it, queen, go for it. Oh my gosh, I mean, can you see I clearly had a vision? But I like how like these are muted, but I love blue, I love green, and I love the pink, and I love that the orange isn't too obnoxious. Orange is not my fave. Sorry to all you orange lovers. But yeah, I've been yapping. I'm so sorry, but okay, bye.